The views expressed are not necessarily those of KSCJ and Powell Broadcasting Company. This program is not intended to replace the advice of doctors or other clinical providers. Consult with your practitioner to ensure the proper course of action for you.
Welcome to When Things Aren't Going Well on AM 1360, FM 94.9 KSCJ. This program is dedicated to your mental health wellness and brought to you by Family Services, a United Way partner agency. Here's your host, Art Silva.
Good morning, Siouxland, and welcome to When Things Aren't Going Well. This show is dedicated to your mental wellness and how you can help yourself navigate the daily highway of life. We hope to educate and motivate you to help improve your mental wellness environment. I'm Art Silva, and our show is brought to you by Family Services, a United Way partner agency for serving the Siouxland community. Joining me today is my colleague and co-host, Brenda Geisinger, Chief Operating Officer at Boys and Girls Home and Family Services. Good morning, Brenda.
Good morning.
And how are you today?
I'm good, and you?
Great. Early in the day yet. Anything can happen, so we'll see. But hey, it's all good. It's all good. Happy June. This year is flying by.
Yes.
Did you have a good Memorial Day?
I did. It was nice and relaxing.
Well, that's what it's supposed to be, and just kind of take time off and kind of think about all those good memories we have of those who have been with us and honor our service people. So this is, almost the halfway point of the year. And how was the end of the school year for our kids?
It was wonderful. We ended the year on a positive note, and we're ready for the summer to start.
Well, that's all great, and that's kind of a great segue into our show today. Would you introduce today's guest?
Today we have Stacy Norton. She is a family service therapist and has been with us. How long, Stacy, have you worked with the agency?
36 years.
Wow.
Oh, that's caring. That's
Definitely
caring.
have the experience. And we're going to talk about summer activities for kids. I think it's pretty timely with summer around the corner, school's getting out, and you know, what do you do with the kids? What do you do to keep them busy and not hear the "I'm bored"? So that's what we're going to talk about today.
Well, good morning and welcome, Stacy. So, okay, let's go. And Brenda, you touched on it. Why is it important to keep kids busy? Now, that's a loaded question.
Well, kids that are busy are happier and they stay out of trouble. So
that's the old, keep them busy, no trouble.
And I think structure is important. I think we all like structure. We like to know what is going to happen with our day. And kids have been in school all year. They have a structured day. If they're in daycare, there's structure. And at home, if you don't have the kind of structure that an organization does, but it's important to have some structure where kids know they get up in the morning, maybe they have to do their chores after breakfast, and then there's some free time and lunch. And so parents can provide structure for kids in maybe a more relaxed way.
And that structure takes many different forms. Okay, I'll go to TV, which is really not reality. But when you look at the average family on a TV show in the morning, it's like hectic. People flying downstairs, get out of the bathroom, get the bus. Okay, I'm going to be late, making lunches, husband, wife going off to work. But that is structure.
Yes.
As crazy as it may be, that is structure. So it doesn't have to be like Wally and Beaver, that kind of deal. A structure in a family today, in today's working, can be a lot different, a lot of moving parts going on as they start the day. And when summer comes, it stops. That structure stops. Also the parents have to be concerned about the activities, what they're going to do during the day, the things that school filled. So, okay, you got kids at home, and I know this varies by age.
Yeah.
So let's start with the smaller ones, because I think the adolescents might be a little tougher to fill their day. So let's start with our smaller children, some at-home activities.
Yeah, and I think that's easier for the younger kids. Now, a lot of parents work, both parents, so a lot of times kids will go to some kind of daycare during the day, so their structure might stay the same. But if you are able to stay home and you do, or you take vacation, then structure with younger kids would be maybe after breakfast they have free time, because pretend play is really, really important for kids. Get them started on something. And I think maybe going to the library sometimes, reading, doing crafts, that kind of thing. Then lunch, and with little kids, then there's nap time or rest time. So,
Stacy, you mentioned the word pretend play. What does that mean?
pretend play is where they use their imagination to play. It's not planned, it's not structured. You don't tell them what to do. They get to use their imagination and play what they want. So maybe they'll play house, and they're going to be the mom or they're going to be the dad, and they're going to pretend they're going to work or they're working at the store or something like that, where they just take off and they get to mimic life and use their imagination.
This is where their imaginary friends come in?
Yes.
Okay, because my son had an imaginary friend. Oh, it's real. This is what they kind of figure out the day, and they imitate it.
Yes. Yeah, their imaginary friend or a doll might be their baby, or a stuffed animal might be. They might make a zoo. If they have a lot of stuffed animals, maybe they'll put everything in categories and have you come and go through the zoo with them. So it's kind of fun, and it's really to sit back and watch them go through it. It really is entertaining to watch, and you just think, wow.
We were on a family trip, and we're loading the car up, and one child in one seat, the other child in the other seat, and we're going to put something in between. And my son said, "No, you can't put anything. That's where Ann sits." And you got to go along. At least Ann's from this planet, so because he has a friend Zuckus that used to come visit him also. Kids are fascinating. If you sit down and let them be kids, listen to them, interact with them. And what a special age that is. That goes by so quickly.
It really is, yes.
Kids are really so, on a really good note, we're looking at some of the times we've had with our young children playing the games.
And they bring joy with that kind of, you still remember it, but at the time it's funny. It makes you laugh.
Contagious.
Yes.
I'm Rod Silva, along with my co-host Brenda Geisinger and our guest Stacy Norton-Modell, and we're listening to When Things Aren't Going Well. So we're talking about family activities, and I remember going back camp. Now, for camp took many different meanings. They had the boys' club had a camp, which was really much a day camp, where you went on field trips every day and you came home every night. And then there was summer camp, where you went away for a couple of weeks. But let's talk about camp as an activity. It seems like an old-time activity. Do we still have camp, and people go to camp?
This was a fun thing for me to look up. We have a lot of camps in this area, so I'll just give you a few. We have church camps, vacation Bible schools, theater camps, and in our community there's Lamb, Sioux City Community Theater, and New Stage Players. And there's more. Please excuse me, anybody who I don't mention, but these are just a few. Art Center has classes, and then Pickled Palate, they have camps and classes, and parents and children can do this together.
Wow.
So that's kind of fun. Camp High Hopes is, for our children with disabilities. Sports camps all over the place. VIP gymnastics, Crusader Sports Camp. Briar Cliff has a basketball camp for boys. The Arena. United Sports Academy, I was impressed with all of the camps. Sports, speed, and agility camps. YMCA has summer camps, and they have full and half-day camps. So some of their half-day camps are soccer camp, adventure camp, variety sports camp, and music and fine arts camp.
Hey, I want to go to camp, Stacy. I mean, it sounds like great. Yeah,
Doesn't it sound like
camp.
fun?
It was a lot of fun. Yeah, there's a lot of choices out there.
Yes.
I think the thing is interesting is whatever your child interest is, there's something out there, and it's kind of tapping into that and researching what can I do to keep my kid busy, but also help them expand and grow. Just because it's the summertime and there's no school doesn't mean kids can't still learn and explore and have fun. And not everything has to cost money. I remember with my kids making forts out of blankets or cardboard boxes, and just having a camp in the house and just having fun with them.
Now that's the old adventure. It's all your imagination. Let your imagination run wild, because it's supposed to at that age. And the camps, I remember reading about a camp I wanted to go to, could never go to. It was a space camp. But for the kids that went, that had to be so exciting to have that opportunity to pretend to be somewhat of an astronaut. And I think they did that down in Alabama. So there's so many things we can do. And Stacy, I didn't know there was that much going on in our backyard. So if somebody wants to go into camp and have a specific interest from art to sports right across the board, there's plenty of things to do in Siouxland this summer with your kids. And if you do this, we go all the way back to our first opening amount. If you keep them busy, ta-da, it'll be a lot easier summer for everybody. They'll sleep better at night. Hey, listen, we're coming up on our break right now, so please enjoy the dawn of another beautiful day. And we'll be right back here with more of When Things Aren't Going Well, right here on 1360 AM, 94.9 FM, KSCJ.
Let's face it, that happens to all of us. However, the pandemic has compounded all of our lives and activities. Even the simplest tasks seem harder. Hi, I'm Brenda Geisinger, the Chief Operating Officer at the Boys and Girls Home and Family Services. Family Services is a United Way partner agency serving children and families of our community, and we're here to help. If you'd like to learn more about Family Services, please contact us via email, website, Facebook, or phone Mary Pickens. At Family Services, we change lives.
Welcome back to When Things Aren't Going Well on KSCJ. Here's Art Silva.
Welcome back to When Things Aren't Going Well. I'm Art Silva along with Brenda Geisinger and our guest Stacy Norton-Modell. We're going to continue our discussion on planning summer activities. When we last left you, we were talking about summer camps, and we were talking about the age group, the younger kids, and what they can do, and the imagination running wild. Let's move up the ladder to the older children, the adolescents, and some of the things they can do in the summertime.
Yes, I was really happy to find so many opportunities for middle school children because they fall through the cracks.
Oh, that's the toughest group.
It really is. Yeah, they're too young to go to daycare, or too old to go to daycare. That's not fun anymore. And high school kids, they can drive and they have a job and they're in sports and their ability to be more mobile improves. So it's the middle school kids who really get bored. So with these camps, the Iowa State Extension Office, the 4-H, they have several camps for middle school age, and they're low cost. And some of these camps you can get scholarships also, for parents who are, it's hard to financially support that. And then WIC WIT, they have 4 classes this summer for middle school kids, like culinary arts, how to be a millionaire, teaching kids how to budget. So that was kind of exciting, and what an opportunity, because even if kids, let's say maybe once a month, have something like that to look forward to, that breaks up their day and their long summer if they're home by themselves all day.
They learn something new. You can tie in the education piece along with, having some fun in a different environment other than a classroom. I love the culinary work, and WIT does a tremendously great job. Mm-hmm. That's a fantastic program. And folks, if you don't know about the WIT culinary program, it is absolutely excellent, and look into that. And maybe it might be something that might interest one of your children. This is the toughest age to figure out. You don't want to put them, okay, we can go to the movies and see a blockbuster. That's fun. We can do that any time of the year, though. But the summertime is a little different. Days are longer. We have more time to fill during the day. The weather's nice, so that it really encourages getting outdoors. So while this can work against us, keeping all the kids inside, but letting them play their games and stuff, not getting the energy out, providing them with an option. Sometimes when you ask them what they want to do, they don't know.
Yes.
So you got some great options there if they have an interest in any area. Mom and Dad, get the kids enrolled. I mean, there's great programs out there.
There really are.
One thing we do with the kids that live with us, we have 2 jars. And one, if a kid says, I'm bored, we have a chore jar. And they have to go pick out a piece of paper and they have to do an extra chore. Or if they say, I would like something to do to keep me happy or entertained, they get to choose from the other jar, and it's an activity. Put a puzzle together, draw a picture, or something of fun. So it makes the kids also reframe how they're thinking, either saying, I'm bored, or I'm looking for something positive to do. So they can kind of pick and choose which jar. And very quickly, they learn which phrase to say.
Right, it doesn't take long. That's a great idea, Brenda, and it works. And the
I
kids
agree.
have choice. That is wonderful, and they get the concept of this, and I love that. It doesn't take long for them to figure it out. I'm going to go to this jar. Okay, I want it fun. Give me the fun jar. Let's talk about put together some family events. Now we've got the little kids, we've got the kids in the middle. Sometimes blending activities is tough because of your age group that you have. So if you had to look at one thing or a couple of things that might be all-encompassing to all age groups, how about camping? Where you I'm not a camping guy, but I have a lot of people that are. We got some great areas around here, specifically Ponca State Park. We have we can go over to right over here to
Dorothy Pico?
I just drew a blank. You believe that? Of course, Dorothy Pico Park and Stone State Park. You get in there, that's amazing. You just don't take it for granted. It's just a lot going on. So how about camping? Let's talk about getting into the great outdoors. Is that an activity?
I think that's great. Camping, you can swim, you can fish. There's so many activities. And the nice thing in our area now is that you can rent a cabin. If you're not a tent camper.
Well, thank goodness for that.
Exactly. So even Battle Creek, Iowa, the Crawford Creek, they have some really nice cabins. I know Dorothy Pico does. Ponca has really nice facilities. So the camping, kids love it. For people like me and maybe you, Brenda, we don't like too much rustic living, so the cabins are a really nice option too.
One of the nicest things about camping is the scary stories you can tell at night.
Yes.
I love to do that. I love to scare the kids, but I know that's not nice, but it's all in the family fun. But
and making s'mores.
Yes,
making
roasting the
s'mores,
marshmallows.
You can't go through life without making s'mores. You have to get the s'mores education, and of course the best part's eating them. But it's fun just to be outdoors. It's just something about breaking the routine. This short period of time we have in the summertime, we tend to try to cram it with so much because it is a short season, particularly for us in northern climates. The swimming, the lake season is a short season here, but it's jam-packed. We have so much to do in this area. I'll tell you a story. When I moved here in 1986, we moved in the wintertime, and my wife had concerns that the children were not going to be able to be a tough time to get to meet friends. She wanted to come in the summertime. Had we come in the summertime, all the kids are gone. Mm-hmm. All the kids are tied up in activities. They're not here. So coming in the winter was a blessing. Everybody wanted to be the new kid's friend. And all the kids were here and in school. So, we kind of like break up, go our different direction with activities. And sometimes that has an impact on our friendships. Families going in different directions, close friends in school, but they go here. But then again, when you get the chance to go somewhere with another family or that child comes with you, that just really, to me, solidifies that family relationship to friends, all about community again, doing things together.
Yes.
So, and camping is a community. We have one of our colleagues at work that takes off every weekend, and I just every Monday when I ask about, how was it this weekend? Everybody behaved themselves around the campfire. Oh, we got a good group, So it's just a lot of things out there to do, and we've been blessed in a tremendous area.
We are blessed, Art, and even short day activities. We have ice cream days in Lamar's. We have Rivercade here. We have Art Splash. We have fairs. The kids love the fairs. We have county fairs in every county. The state fair is such a great event for kids. 4th of July, we have we have parades and festivals in the small towns around here, and we have things here in the city. So there really is. There's just so much opportunity that you don't have to spend a lot of money to get together as a family and spend a day together doing something together.
Well, I think it's what we try to accomplish is to do activities that we have fun but also unite. And when we unite, that brings memories, and those memories last forever. And I think we always need to know it's a short window, it's a short period of time that we have to do these things. So as summer comes up, let's approach it with a spirit of adventure, that we're going to do something this summer. It's just not going to fly by, and what we do, we didn't do anything. Remember when we were in school, we had to come back the first week of school and write a paper on what you did over the summer?
Yes.
I don't know if we do that anymore. It'll be interesting to find out how the kids feel about that. Well, I'll tell you, it's been a great conversation this morning, and we're coming up on the end of our show. So with that, we always try to end our show and leave you with a little humor for the week. So here's your joke for the week. We'll try to stay in the summer theme. Where do cantaloupes go in the summer? They go to John Cougar Mellencamps. Okay, that was good. Thank you, Brenda and Stacy, and also thanks to our listening audience. We want to give a shout out to the upcoming Rivercade Fishing Festival. They do it every year. Over 10,000 children have fished free. Get a pole, and they go out there. It's at Bacon Creek, June 11th, Saturday, June 11th. Go online, Rivercade. Sign up for the Rivercade Fishing Festival. I think this is the 10th or 12th, but over 10,000 children have fished. It's a great event, probably the best secret we got out there. And I think you got another one over there, don't you, Stacy?
I saw that there is a fishing derby at in Correctionville at Little Sioux Park on June 4th.
Well,
9 to 1, it's free, and the kids get a small fishing tackle bag when they leave.
Well, there you go. You can fish 4th and the 11th. So we hope to have you back here. You meet your limit. So we want to thank you for being with us. We'll be back next Saturday morning at 7 right here on 1360 AM, 94.9 FM, KSCJ. And we will welcome Family Services Clinical Therapist Sandy Jacobsma. And our topic will be parental burnout. Don't forget to do your homework this week and go out and have a good laugh. It's good for the soul. Have a great week, and may the sun shine on you.
Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Happy trails to you till we meet again.
Let's face it, that happens to all of us. However, the pandemic has compounded all of our lives and activities. Even the simplest tasks seem harder. Hi, I'm Brenda Geisinger, the Chief Operating Officer at the Boys and Girls Home and Family Services. Family Services is a United Way partner agency serving children and families of our community, and we're here to help. If you'd like to learn more about Family Services, please contact us via email, website, Facebook, or phone Mary Pickens. At Family Services, we change lives. We change lives. We change lives.